Hey, Mr. Diamond, good session today. I just wanted to send you a couple of quick follow-up notes on the things we worked on today. So starting with the backswing, let's get the club moving here. We want to work into, almost feel like there's a barrier we're working into on our right side. So as you can see, you start working your right hip through your backswing. So there's very little distance between the red line and your right hip looking over at the left video. When we get to that position, we want to feel that on the downswing, we're trying to maintain the distance between the right hip and that red line. The distance obviously will increase, but we just don't want that gap to widen so much that it almost becomes a slide forward. The benefit of that is as we start to make our downswing, if you're trying to keep that right hip back against the red line, it's going to promote more of the left leg straightening and that left hip driving back behind you. So it's going to create more rotation for us. If we move over to the right video here, we're going to draw a line up the shaft of the club at address, and we're going to draw another one when your left arm gets parallel to the ground, and those lines for you tend to be fairly close to one another in the first place. We want to make sure that when you start your downswing, we know what the lower body is supposed to be doing. The upper body needs to feel like it's almost swinging down underneath your body. So rather than trying to muscle it and swing over the top, you've got to make sure that you want to keep that club coming from a zero path or even slightly from the inside. So get rid of those two lines. So as we start making our way down, we'll go back to the left video. You can see great job here of maintaining that gap. And when you do, that left leg has a chance to straighten, which promotes more left hip turn. And now that asks you or almost forces you to have to extend your arms through impact. That's the route to more power. The thought we went with today that seemed to ring true and give us a little bit more success is as we're swinging through, we want to almost have that sensation of swinging up on the ball. We're not actually. You saw that we're still swinging down on it by about 1 or 2 degrees. But that feeling of swinging up on the ball allows you then to release the club out towards the target and hit the club with the intended loft. The last thing is through impact, we want to feel like we're going to try and keep that trail foot on the ground. So that'll help us keep that right hip back, help keep that left leg straight, and keep that left hip turning. If you put all those things together, I think you're going to have a pretty good week down in Florida. Look forward to hearing how it goes, and we'll get you set for some new clubs when you get back. Thanks.